Hunting season for turkey, small game and pheasant is already open. Deer season is looming. Safety in the field while bearing arms is paramount. And Dave Anderson talked to a trio of experts for tips.
This big buck is taking a break behind a garden fence where he can see what's coming before it gets to him. He'll be moving more quickly when deer season opens in a few weeks. Small game season is open, so this grouse is already moving cautiously. It's time now for hunters to be cautious when taking to the field, and that starts with visibility. Part of that includes careful laundering to keep blaze orange blazing and not dull, according to Pat Kukul of Superior Shooters Supply.
Has it been washed well? Is it going to keep that orange bright? And just the hat alone and the gloves, you'd be surprised. So visibility is extremely important.
Turkey hunters, however, do not want to be visible because those birds see color. Some hunters feel that doesn't matter, and they still wear blaze. Those who insist on camouflage are encouraged to let other hunters know vocally that they're entering an area.
If you see another hunter in the woods and you're in full camouflage, hey, I'm here. Let them know.
Of course, the biggest rules of hunting safety are those of firearms safety, and 88-year-old Dave Zentner still preaches them and still gets out to hunt pheasant.
You always want to know where your muzzle is pointed, and that if you should trip and something happened to trigger the gun, that it's going to discharge harmlessly, not in a friend.
Zentner tells us gun safety lessons are available from organizations like the Isaac Walton League and the National Wild Turkey Federation. There are in-person and online options. Pat Kukul says the DNRs of Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan offer good courses too that do make a difference in the woods.
I learned from my brothers that we always knew, but now we have all these wonderful instructors for safety, and it shows a lot in young people.
In Superior, Dave Anderson, Northern News Now.
All right, Minnesota Firearms Deer Opener is coming up quick here Saturday, November 9th for the UP. The start is Friday, November 15th. Wisconsin season opens Saturday, November 23rd.